Welcome back, guys, as we pick things up with Captain America Civil War. It's somewhat based on a comic of the same name, and once again it's directed by the Russo Brothers, who did an amazing job with the Winter Soldier. After a fight with Crossbone leads to the deaths of civilians, the government wants to enforce more control over the Avengers and how they operate. Captain America, being distrustful of government oversight, is against the idea, and Iron Man is for the proposal given his guilt over creating Ultron. Lines are drawn when Bucky is framed for an attack on the UN and Cap fights to clear his name, as Tony is mandated by the government to bring them both in. This was pretty much another Avengers movie, but this time with Cap at the heart of the story. This was an epic movie for several reasons, and the Russos continue to deliver great action-packed films. The best thing about the film was the fact that you can understand everyone's motivations for their actions here. Cap will fight to the end to save Bucky because he thought he lost him back in World War II. His dedication to his oldest friend and belief that they are still good at him despite his past was my favorite part about the story. Tony choosing to side with the government makes sense because he doesn't see the drawbacks Cap does, because he hasn't had those experiences. He wants to right the wrongs he's caused and saw this as a way to restore people's faith in them. The introduction of Black Panther and Spider-Man were the highlights of the film. Spider-Man is pretty much a kid getting to hang with the heroes he idolizes, so of course he would say yes to being asked to help by Iron Man. T'Challa's motivation to avenge the death of his father made him one of the more compelling characters here, and it was great getting to see his arc play out over the course of the film. The film had a lot of great action scenes, and the fight at the airport was obviously the standout, but the fight between Tony and Cap in the end carried the most weight because they both were fighting for something they hold close. Tony wanted to avenge his parents' death by Bucky, and Cap continued to stand by his friend no matter what the cost. Bucky is by far the most sympathetic character in the film, and you can't help but feel for him given all the things that have happened to him. While I did like Zemo and his motivations for acting out his plans, they were a little too convenient at times, and the idea of him trying to unleash other Winter Soldiers was more intriguing than his plan to get Iron Man to see the video at the end. The airport scene, while great and fun to watch, seemed more like a bunch of friends play fighting than anyone seriously fighting for anything concrete, and that was a bit disappointing. Overall, I really enjoyed Civil War, and all things considered, the Russos did as good a job as they could given the story they were trying to tell. I'm going to give Captain America Civil War an 8.5 out of 10. Next up is Doctor Strange as the race to Infinity War continues. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.